Sharpe's Prey by Bernard Cornwell. Read by Rupert Farley. Chapter 1. Captain Henry Wilson, of His Majesty's Dirty Half-Hundred, more formally the 50th Regiment of West Kent, parried his opponent's sabre. He did it hurriedly. His right hand was low, so that his sabre's blade was raised in the position known to the fencing masters as the carte basse, and the knowledgeable spectators thought the parry was feeble. A surprised murmur sounded, for Wilson was good, very good. He had been attacking, but it was apparent he had been slow to see his taller opponent's counter, and now he was in disorganized retreat. The taller man pressed, swatting the carte basse aside and lunging so that Wilson skittered backwards, his slippers squeaking with a staccato judder on the wooden floor, which was liberally scattered with French chalk. The very sound of the slippers on the chalk wood denoted panic. The sabres clashed harshly again. The taller man stamped forward, his blade flickering, clanging, reaching, and Wilson was countering in apparent desperation until, so fast that those watching could scarce follow his blade's quick movement, he stepped to one side and riposted at his opponent's cheek. There seemed little power in the riposte, for its force all came from Wilson's wrist rather than from his full arm, but the sabre's edge still struck the taller man with such might that he lost his balance. He swayed, right arm flailing, and Wilson gently touched his weapon's point to his opponent's chest, so that he toppled to the floor. "Enough!" the master-at-arms called. "God's teeth!" the fallen man swept his blade at Wilson's ankles in a fit of pique. The blow was easily blocked, and Wilson just walked away. "I said enough, my lord!" the master-at-arms shouted angrily. "How the devil did you do that, Wilson?" Lord Marston pulled off the padded leather helmet with its wire visor that had protected his face. "I had you on your damned arse!" Wilson, who had planned the whole passage of the fight from the moment he made a deliberately soft carte basse, bowed. "Perhaps I was just fortunate, my lord." "Don't patronize me, man," Lord Marsden snapped as he climbed to his feet. "What was it?" "Your disengagement from the Sixth was slow, my lord." "The devil it was," Lord Marston growled. He was proud of his ability with foil or sabre, yet he knew Wilson had bested him easily by feigning a squeaking retreat. His lordship scowled, then realized he was being ungracious, and so, tucking the sabre under his arm, held out a hand. "You're quick, Wilson. Damned quick." The handful of spectators applauded the show of sportsmanship. They were in Horace Jackson's Hall of Arms, an establishment on London's Jermyn Street, where wealthy men could learn the arts of pugilism, fencing, and pistol-shooting. The hall was a high bare room, lined with racks of swords and sabres, smelling of tobacco and liniment, and decorated with prints of prize-fighters, mastiffs, and racehorses. The only women in the place served drinks and food, or else worked in the small rooms above the hall, where the beds were soft and the prices high. Wilson pulled off his helmet and ran a hand through his long, fair hair. He bowed to his beaten opponent, then carried both sabres to the weapon rack at the side of the hall, where a tall, very thin and extraordinarily handsome captain in the red coat and blue facings of the 1st Regiment of Foot Guards was waiting. The guardsman, a stranger to Wilson, tossed away a half-smoked cigar as Wilson approached. "You fooled him," the captain said cheerfully. Wilson frowned at the stranger's impertinence, but he answered politely enough. Wilson, after all, was an employee in Horace Jackson's hall, and the guards captain, judging by the elegant cut of his expensive uniform, was a patron. The sort of patron, moreover, who could not wait to prove himself against the celebrated Henry Wilson. "I fooled him?" Wilson asked. "How?" "The carte basse," the guardsman said. "You made it soft,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?